once again with not a brand new, I guess. Well, it's new to me, which might not be new to you. But in any case, it's a new review of Reveal the Shield Bumblebee. I wasn't really quite sure where these Reveal the Shield characters kind of came from. You know, I don't know whether that was like a sub movie line or what. But I started collecting them, and I've noticed one thing with some of these Reveal the Shield characters. They kind of look cheap. You know, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just my molds, the ones that I'm getting. But they look kind of cheap. I mean, the plastic looks kind of cheap. I mean, you know, they're still cool. You know, don't get me wrong. But I just think, you know, the plastic comparatively, or maybe the paint job, or something about it. I mean, if you compared some of the movie figures, or like some of the other classics figures to these, I mean, it just looks, I don't know, looks a little bit cheap. I'm not sure. Could be me. Could be losing it. Huh. But either way, he is his little self again. Not a Camaro, not a hot rod type vehicle. He is a almost kind of looks like it's a little bigger than a Beetle. He's got a little sport air scoop on there. He's, I don't know, maybe some kind of like Scion. Some kind of foreign, I don't know. Kind of sporty, you know, being who Bumblebee does. Carrying some kind of watercraft, a Sea-Doo, a Sea-Don't, See Me. And well, he's just kind of cool. A lot of people have really complained about, you know, this turns into his little jetpack. We'll get into that. But a lot of people have complained they don't like it. I think it's kind of cool. You know, it just adds a little bit of flair to the model. So we'll go ahead and toss that to the side right now. And you know, he's typical yellow with his racing stripes, looking as bad as Bumblebee wants to be. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it really just looks to me like they just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's the plastic. Something about this guy just looks cheap, and so is my Perceptor figure. It looks the same way. Like, there's no, I mean, they're not. They don't look like they're knockoffs. They have all the Hasbro markings and everything else. But either way, I still like him. He's pretty simple. He's got some chairs in there, you can see. That's about it. It kind of adds some, no dash or anything, so it's not like alternator type, but close enough. But transform, go ahead and part the legs. Move the arms out and around. Move his top part down. Make sure his bumper comes up. Disconnect his hood and his windshield. Move his, there you go. His seats down to become his knee pads. Take his feet, lift up his hood. And now he has Bumble feet. Put the camera here real quick. Alright. Then you take his backside, and there's kind of like a little slotted tab system. You guys can see it in there. You just shove it in until it goes. Move his wheels until they're all the way in. Shift his arms around. Shift your arms around. And you want to bring his whole hood down. Now you want to continue to kind of shove his back end in, and you'll hear a work with me here. There you go. Once you shove his front end down and kind of pull up on his trunk a little bit, it all just kind of locks into place. I'm not quite sure where the lock is, but once you pull down on it, it kind of cinches itself down. There's a little peg for his head. Now his hands don't move on their own. You have to shift them out with his forearm, and his doors roam. And then there's a little peg here on the inside. You see it, and his door has a peg, so you just spin his door around, and then push them together, and now he has his arm. Do the same to the other side. Spin his door around and peg it. Don't work with me here. Sometimes his head pops off the lock, just the way the wheels are. Really can't avoid it. But here is the Bumblebee, the bee. I am the bee. That was a strong bad reference for you guys out there. I like him. I've always liked Bumblebee. He's always been the little guy that could. I don't know. I really kind of liked that they made him kind of like a bigger car like the Camaros, you know, because he's always just had such a big heart. He's always tried, so I'm glad they kind of made him bigger. But you know, it's always kind of nice to go back to kicking it old school. You know, bringing back the old school type Bumblebee. So go ahead and set him over here. Then you have his Sea-Doo. Go ahead and take it apart, split it open. So it's facing you. Turn these up and spin it. Wait, did I do that right? Oh, I didn't do that. There you go. That should all be facing you when you get done. Then you spin those forward again. And then there's a little clip on his back right there. You just slide that on. And now he's got his little jetpack. Now people say they don't like it. I kind of think it's kind of cool, you know. Just like his rocket packs from the animated line, I dug those. So I really don't find too much of a problem with this guy, other than the cheap type look of his plastic. I think he's a cool figure. I think he's definitely worth getting. I think Hasbro still has all kinds of them, and I got this guy on Amazon. Yeah, definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth getting. I think even though I'm gonna say it again, so what, at least like the 5th time, the plastic thing, always reveal the Shield characters are still cool. They're still good. Still worth getting. Not putting them down. So if you find them, go ahead and pick them up. Reveal the Shield Bumblebee.